Welcome to Fluent by Story, your daily destination to learn English through powerful real-life stories. In today's lesson, we bring you a motivational story titled, How to Focus on Your Goals. This story is designed to improve your listening, speaking, and comprehension skills. Listen carefully, repeat out loud, and follow the story of a young man who discovered the true power of focus in the face of endless distractions and self-doubt. In a quiet village nestled between wide green valleys and snow-capped mountains, there lived a young man named Jonathan, whose dream was bigger than the land he was born in. He wanted to become a world-famous architect, someone whose buildings would one day be admired by millions across the globe, even though no one from his village had ever left or chased such dreams before. But from a very young age, Jonathan showed signs of curiosity, building toy towers from stones and wooden sticks while his friends ran through fields or played games. And every time someone asked what he wanted to become, he would raise his finger toward the sky and say, "I want to design buildings that touch the clouds." And though people would laugh and say it was impossible, that he was just a farmer's son who should stick to farming, Jonathan never let their words kill the spark inside his heart, because he believed that no dream was too big if one had the courage to focus, work, and never give up. So when he turned 18, he made a decision that would change everything. He would leave the village and move to the city to study architecture, even if he had no money, no support, and no idea what awaited him. And on the day he left, his father gave him one small piece of advice that stayed with him forever. "The world is full of distractions, Jonathan, but only those who focus reach the finish line." And with those words in his heart, he began the journey, arriving in a noisy, crowded city where people rushed like rivers and no one stopped to talk or smile, and life was harder than he had imagined, with long nights, part-time jobs, little food, and endless study sessions. But every night before sleeping, he would take out a small notebook in which he had drawn his dream building and whisper, "One day you will be real." And it was that habit, that little nightly reminder of his goal, that kept him from giving up, even when everything felt like it was falling apart, even when his classmates laughed at his accent or his professors criticized his rough ideas, or when he failed his first project presentation and almost believed he wasn't good enough. But instead of quitting, he would go back, rewrite, relearn, rebuild, and keep going because he had learned something powerful. That focusing on your goals is not about being perfect, it's about being persistent, and soon enough, his efforts began to pay off as he passed exams, won competitions, and gained respect from those who once doubted him. Yet the path didn't get easier because every new level brought new distractions. Parties, relationships, easy money jobs, and moments where it felt tempting to settle for something less than his dream. But every time temptation came, he would stop, close his eyes, and visualize his goal, see the tall building standing proudly with his name on it, and that vision gave him strength, because when you have a clear image of your goal, it becomes a compass guiding you through storms and fog. And years passed until he finally graduated with top honors. But even then, the real world wasn't ready to reward him yet, because no big firm wanted to hire someone from a poor background with no connections. So once again, Jonathan returned to basics. He took a job cleaning construction sites during the day and designed buildings at night, submitting his ideas to every architecture firm he could find, receiving rejection after rejection, but he never allowed failure to slow him down. And one day, after almost giving up, he received a call from an international design contest he had entered months ago. The judges had selected his design as the winning blueprint for a major project in Dubai, and in that moment, everything changed because now the world that once ignored him began to notice, and suddenly he was flying across countries, signing contracts, designing structures, and standing on stages sharing his story. And during one such speech, a young student asked him, "Sir, what is the secret to your success?" And Jonathan replied, "The secret is focus. Every day for 10 years I thought about the same dream, ignored distractions, and refused to quit." And the audience clapped not just for the man he had become, but for the reminder that greatness doesn't come from luck or talent alone. It comes from discipline, clarity, and the refusal to let go of your goal. And Jonathan would often return to his village, not to show off, but to inspire young boys and girls, who now believed that they too could dream beyond boundaries because one of their own had made it. And whenever he passed the same hill where he once built towers with sticks, he would smile and whisper, "Focus got me here." And that story of Jonathan teaches us all something powerful. Your life will offer 1,000 reasons to stop, to take the easy road, to settle for comfort. But if you hold your vision in your heart and remind yourself every day why it matters, you will overcome, because real success is built not in giant leaps, but in small, focused steps taken daily, even when no one is watching, even when no one believes, even when the path is dark. And if you can focus long enough, the dream you chase will one day turn around and chase you. Moral of the story: success is not built overnight. It's built step by step with unwavering focus, consistent effort, and the courage to ignore distractions. Dreams don't come true by chance but by choice. When you commit to your goal, stay disciplined, and never give up even when the world doubts you, you will eventually reach the top. Your focus is your superpower. Use it wisely and your future will follow. Thank you for listening to this motivational story on Fluent by Story. If this story helped you learn English and inspired you to stay focused on your goals, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Repeat this story daily to improve your fluency, pronunciation, and mindset. Always remember, where your focus goes, your future grows. See you in the next story.